In this video, I found 10 great paying jobs that you can do from home without a college degree. The first one is a ServiceNow administrator. So what is ServiceNow? So ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform that many companies use to create a seamless and effortless process within their business. For example, imagine if you're in charge of fixing any computer issues at your company and they use ServiceNow. You will use ServiceNow to be able to track the issues, to communicate to anyone else that's involved with that issue to make sure everybody's on the same page. This tool also allows companies to automate certain tasks so they don't have to do it manually. Companies also have the ability to use coding or custom configurations to build applications that are specific to what they need. But as a ServiceNow administrator, what you will be focused on is doing things like bug fixes, configuring the platform, communicating and working with other people that use the platform to teach them how to use it, managing users, and doing a lot of low-level technical tasks. The good news is that ServiceNow also offers training on their website called Now Learning, with the average national salary being around $70,000 a year. So definitely look at ServiceNow administration if you want to get into some type of technical position without a college degree. The next one is an online personal trainer. Now, if you like fitness like me, this might be the best job for you. I don't like training people, but I do like fitness. So what is an online personal trainer? The days of having to be at the gym to train all your clients are done. I still see a lot of people doing it, but a lot of people make more money by combining in-person training with also having online clients. So online personal trainers manage their clients through email, video calls, and text. They create customized workout plans and diet plans for each of their clients. So to become one is pretty straightforward. There are multiple organizations to where you can get certified as a physical trainer, but the main thing is you have to take care of your own body. Your body is your marketing. I see a lot of times when I go to the gym, there are trainers in there that themselves look like they need training. So if you want to build your client base, you want to make sure that you're in shape, because that's half the battle. If someone sees that you're in shape, they're more likely to trust you to get them in shape. Then you can build your social media platform, whether that be through YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, whichever one you choose, and just start trying to get your name and market yourself to try to gain some online clients. Now, the range for salary is pretty wide because this depends on your client base, your experience level, and honestly how much you can convince somebody to pay you. But the typical range can be anything from maybe $50,000 a year to some trainers that make well into six figures, depending on their client base. The next job is a Salesforce administrator. Now, Salesforce is kind of similar to ServiceNow, that it's a cloud-based platform that companies use to automate certain tasks, but Salesforce is more focused on the business aspect of things, like managing clients, managing contracts, and just like the ServiceNow administrator, you'll be doing similar tasks as far as keeping up with the customizations of the platform, training other people on how to use the platform, doing low-level technical tasks, and customizing on the platform. Now, even on the Salesforce website, they mention that you don't need a degree, and they tell you exactly how to get this type of job. They offer training on a website called Trainhead to where you can learn how to use Salesforce and do everything you need to be able to get your first job. Once you go through the training, then you can try to get certified as a Salesforce administrator and use that on your resume to start trying to apply to Salesforce administrator jobs. Now, the salary that you can expect on your first job is typically around the $60,000 to $65,000 per year. So if you're interested in Salesforce, go check out the website and start doing your training on Trainhead to try to get your first job in Salesforce. The next position is a junior Scrum Master. Now, I know some of you may be thinking that that name sounds pretty crazy, a Scrum Master. So let me explain what that is. A Scrum Master is someone that leads and directs the software development team to complete their projects. Now, some of the key responsibilities of a Scrum Master are managing meetings, daily stand-up calls, and daily stand-up calls are basically another term for status calls that development teams have, and any meetings regarding the success or the failures of the development team. Now, the way into this job is really to learn about Scrum, what it means to manage a Scrum team, and then do your best to start networking to try to get into some type of internship or a contract position to become a junior Scrum Master. If you have any experience leading a team or leading projects, you will have a much better chance of getting into this position. It might not be the easiest position to get into without a degree, but it's definitely possible because I've seen it done plenty of times. The average salary that you can expect to make in this position is around $80,000. So if you can put in the work and get the job, it's definitely worth the effort. The next is a social media manager. If you love social media, this is a job for you. You will be getting paid to build the platforms for different companies and to market their services. A company will hire you to increase the awareness of what they offer and what they are as a business. Now, the best way to get into this position is obviously building your social media account. You can't go apply for a social media job if you only have 200 followers on Instagram and 10 subscribers on YouTube. They will not take you seriously. But the path into this position is really straightforward. If you're able to build up your social media and show that you're in tune with social media, you can convince someone to hire you as a social media manager, and that's half the battle. Once you get that first job, then you can continue to build and grow from there. Now, the average salary for this position is typically around $50,000 to $55,000 a year. The next is a junior data analyst. So So a data analyst is basically a detective for numbers. They work for a company, they look at a lot of data, and they decide and come up with a story on what these numbers mean. Just like a detective uses clues to figure out a mystery, a data analyst uses numbers to figure out a story for the business in the form of reports and analysis. This helps the company to make better decisions in the future. So the main skills for this type of job is obviously great communication, the extreme attention to detail. You have to be able to see the story and the numbers that the company can't see. Although this is more of a technical position, you can still get into it without learning how to code, but if you do like coding, you can focus on learning a language like Python. Python is a great language to learn if you're interested in becoming a data analyst, and there are free resources that you can use to learn Python. Whether you choose to learn coding or not, the main thing is to build your portfolio with some type of data and some type of visuals that you can present to an employer as you start applying for these positions. Now, data analysis is a huge industry and it's only going to keep growing, but the average salary that you can expect as your first job in this field is typically around $60,000 to $65,000 a year, and it increases more and more as you get out of the junior level range. The next is a project manager. Now, project managers are responsible for the organization and the managing of a project up until completion. This involves managing the scope of the project, who's going to be working on the project, and just how much each individual is going to be responsible for to deliver on that project. The main skills that you need in this job is to show that you can work under pressure and that you can manage expectations and you can manage teams. The reason why it's important to manage expectations is because you will be a link between the team that is delivering on the project and the team that is asking for the project. So you have to be that bridge and managing expectations from both sides so that everybody is happy and on the same page. Now, project managers are used in technical environments and non-technical, but I've noticed that project managers that do work in the technical field tend to get paid a bit more. But the average salary that you can expect is around $50,000 to $55,000, and you can expect a little bit more if you do end up getting hired for a technical team. The next position is a virtual bookkeeper. Now, a bookkeeper is anyone that works for a company to manage their money and manage their finances. They use tools and software to show where the money is coming in, where the money is coming out, just like how you would keep track of the money that you have coming in and out of your accounts. They want to make sure that the books are balanced, that the money is being spent in the right places, and that the company is using their money to the best of their ability. Now, to get into this job, you need to learn the basics of bookkeeping, including how to create financial statements, balance sheets, and definitely how to read them and how to explain it to someone that's not into numbers like you are. Now, you can learn these concepts through free online sources or low-cost paid sources. Then you try to get hands-on experience either as an intern or volunteer working under another bookkeeper. There's also multiple certifications that you can look into if you think it'll help you to get a job a bit quicker. With the average salary of this position being around $50,000, and it will continue to move up from there as you start to gain more clients and gain more experience and a better reputation. Then you have a junior software developer. Now, the junior software developer position is a very personal one to me because that's the route that I took. Now, the key to getting into this job is to learn how to code. As a junior developer, it's an entry-level position, but don't let that discourage you because this is the perfect position to grow your skills and actually learn the basis of coding. The other great thing is that there are plenty of resources to learn how to code online, and many of them are free, like Free Code Camp or Codecademy. If you're interested in how websites look and how they interact, then you're probably interested in the front-end languages like JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. But if you like data and information, then you would probably like a language like Python. Python is a great language to learn for anyone that's interested in back-end languages because it's pretty easy to learn compared to many other languages that are out there, and it's still very widely used. Now, learning how to code and getting your first job may take some time and dedication, but it's definitely possible and it's definitely worth the effort. With the average salary being around $60,000 to $70,000 per year, depending on where you live. And obviously, it only goes up higher and higher from there as you continue to move out of the junior level range. But if you like the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.